Hi mate, it's us. 2 days before your 31st birthday. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, so I thought I'd record a video for when we're not feeling so good. So yeah, 31 on Sunday. It's been a rough 30 years. Some of it of our own doing. But that's alright, we're only human and we make mistakes. And sometimes we also, we have situations that happen that are out of our control. And, all we can do is choose how we react to them, which was a saying somebody said to me. We can't control the situations that happen, but we can choose how we react to them. And, you can either react badly or react well. And for the past 30 years, I think we've been reacting quite badly to them. We do have autism, ADHD, and a few other things, so that's understandable. And we've still got things going on that isn't great, but we're getting there. And we can do this. We didn't think we'd make it past 15. We didn't think we'd make it to 18. We then got to 22, and again, we sort of thought our life was over then. But we made it. We're here, 31. That's an achievement when we already feel like we've lived a whole lifetime and more. So, really well done you. And you've got so much to look forward to in the next few years. We're going to make something of our life. You've got your kids, and we might not be seeing them right now. We're still sending them letters and doing what we can to sort of give them life lessons and try to teach them not to make the same mistakes that we have, and try and teach them how to deal with things in life. And and I think we can do a lot for them, because obviously autism and ADHD is passed down genetically, and it's more likely to come from the male side. We know they're having some difficulties controlling their emotions and stuff, and that's fine. That we certainly did when we were their age. We used to do quite a lot of things that people really should have picked up on were autistic traits. Poor old Miss Parsons got the brunt of it in primary school. When obviously, our parents broke up when we were 6, that didn't do us very good. School, bullying, teachers bullying in middle school. But we got through all that. And here we are, we're alright. We haven't done so well in the past few years. Our mental health had declined after leaving Simon's farm. The other farms we went to, they weren't very understanding about things, and that didn't help things. But I could sit here and blame them, that they're the reason my mental health got worse, and all that, which they added to it. They're not innocent in a way, but we also didn't know how to react to it. We didn't know how to respond and how to be able to control ourselves to not let it bother us. But here we are, I don't have a job at the moment, but that's okay. We're taking some time to sort of work out who we are, what we want in life, and just work on ourselves, build on ourselves. That's where we are right now. But and anytime you watch this video, it means that you're in a really low place and you don't see any way out of it. We've been in that place more times than I can count already. We're lucky that we have people around us. Well, we have our partner. She has pulled us out of it many times, and that's good. But we don't need to rely on that. And we shouldn't. It's a relationship is 50-50. Which we haven't done so well so far at giving 50-50, and the main thing is realizing that and taking that on board and learning from it, trying to better ourselves. It is difficult given our conditions. It is difficult to understand other people and empathize with other people, especially those that we're closest to. But I'd like to think we're learning, we're getting there, and we are doing our best. So there are those things. We have a loving partner. We lost Kobe. That hit us hard. That hit us really hard. But we're obviously we're going to be upset about it for a long time. He was our best friend. He helped us through so many things. But he had a good life. He had 7 or 8 years with us. He made it to like 14. He did have a really good life, and I know you beat yourself up all the times you shouted at him or nudged him out of the way when you were upset or angry, but you never ever once hurt him. You never ever caused him any pain or discomfort. Even when you did push him out of the way or whatever, you didn't hurt him. You never hurt him, and you would never hurt him. So don't let that get you down. All the times we shouted at him, all the times that we nudged him out of the way. We weren't in control of ourselves. And like I say, we never hurt him. We never wanted to or meant to hurt him. But again, we never hurt him. You need to understand that. He was happy and he was healthy, and he loved us. He loved us so much. He always wanted to be touching, always. And that is important for you to remember. And it's important for you to remember that he was happy. He was really, really happy. He didn't want for anything. We got a sofa for him. He was always in the bed and comfy all the time. So don't let that get you down. I know that is one of your biggest things at the moment. When you think back to him, think about all the good things. Think about he's snoring and he's nudging you to get you just so he could lay on your leg and have your arm over him, and the time that he went off on his own in the woodland, and about 10 minutes later he realised that we weren't right next to him, so he panicked. The time when we first got him, and he went to jump over that gate, and the gate wasn't shut, so it swung, and he looked really sorry for himself and embarrassed, So remember those things. They were good things, and they were happy and funny things. And he gave us a lot of those. So remember that, When it comes to your kids, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard, and it has been forever. For the last... what's it been now? Almost 9 years. It has been hard. It was hard then, but we got through that. It's less hard now. They're growing up. They're smart. They're really intelligent kids. They're creative. They're kind, loving, generous, understanding. We may not be there for them physically. We write them letters, obviously, and try and do our best. We may not be there for them physically, but they have so much of us in them. And they have all the good parts. They have the kindness and the caring and the understanding. That's so important. And we gave that to them. And that is something that is genetic, by the way. We done our research on it, and behaviour is genetic. It's just them. They're amazing, absolutely amazing, wonderful children. You are so proud of them, and you're so proud of who they're becoming. So remember that, and one day we'll see them again. And it doesn't matter that we haven't been there all this time. It doesn't matter, because they'll come to us one day, and if they want to know the backstory, we'll tell them the backstory from our point of view. It doesn't mean that they have to take it as fact, because I see things, we see things differently from how their mum saw them, and we see things differently from how they see them. What matters is that they're happy and healthy, and they carry on being that way, and just what matters is that they have a good life, and we're doing our best to give them that good life. So don't, if that's a reason at the moment, if something's happened, just know that we've done our best, and that is so important. That is all that matters. We do our best. And I'm recording this because I want to be able to look back and watch it, so that we can turn around to ourselves again and say, pick yourself up. This isn't the end. It's never the end. Right? You've got so much to live for. You have so much to live for, and you have so much left to do. We spent 20, 25 years of our life thinking that we were born to do great things, save the world, save mankind from itself and all that. But, we don't have to do something that big to be great and to be remembered. It's what, I've been seeing it everywhere, a saying, and it says, helping one person won't change the world, but it will change the world for that one person. And we've got to change our world. We've spent years thinking so negatively about things. It's time to think positive. Think about everything we can do. Think about how kind we've been through these years of suffering. We've been so kind to people. We've been horrible to people too. I'm not going to say we haven't, Like I say, we've made mistakes, but we've learned from those mistakes, and we can continue learning from those mistakes, and we'll make mistakes. We'll make more mistakes, but we'll learn from them. We had, I don't remember his name, back in primary school. He was a troubled child, and we were told, he was put on a table on his own. We were told that, nobody's allowed to sort of talk to him or go near him and stuff, but I did. I went and sat with him. Didn't understand a word he said. He couldn't speak English. But I went and sat with him. I played with him. And then when it came to take your toy to school day, and I took a Buzz Lightyear, and it broke, and he fixed it. Because we showed him kindness. He gave us something back. We were the only ones that showed him kindness. We broke the rules, but sometimes you have to break the rules to be kind. Because rules don't matter if somebody's happiness is at stake. And true happiness. I'm not talking, go and rob somewhere because you need money to be happy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about true happiness. He was alone in the world. He'd been abandoned. We gave him friendship. We didn't ask for anything in return. He fixed the toy out of his own heart. And that's the point. If you're going to help someone, you don't do it for a reward. You don't film it. You don't ask for anything in return. Because their smile, the joy on their face, or just the happiness in their eyes, that is a reward more than anything. And that is what life is about. Life is about helping everyone and everything that needs it. We help animals along our way. All those hedgehogs that we've saved when we were kids, the birds, chickens and ducks and Kobe, we did all that to be kind. Not because we want anything from them. We just had to help. And that's important. That's a feeling we need to keep. Now, I have gone off subject probably, but that is an unfortunate symptom of ADHD and autism, that we tend to ramble and then forget what we were on about or where we were. So, yeah, just chin up, bud. Alright, we can get through this. We've got through things before. It doesn't matter how bad things get. We can get through it because we are strong. Alright, we are strong. We have got through so much. And we'll get through so much more. You will get through this. We get through it together. I'm here. Somewhere in your subconscious, I'm here. And I'm with you. I am with you all the way. No matter what happens, bud. We are with you. We are together. And we stand together. We might only be one singular person, and that's without looking into any other medical issues that we might have. At the moment we believe we're one singular person in one shell, but that doesn't mean that different parts of our subconscious can't stick together and work together. And we can be great. You don't need to have the whole world remember who you are when you're gone. So long as your children remember who you are, and hopefully grandchildren. We want to see grandchildren, so you better pick yourself up, alright? Because fingers crossed we're not going to get grandchildren for hopefully another 10, 15 years. Obviously, we can't say that for sure. We were only 19, so we can't really judge anyone. But, you know, we've got to be there for them. We've got to teach them the life lessons that we've learned. Teach them the life lessons that our parents taught us and our grandparents taught us, so that their memories get passed on. They might not get passed on by remembering, oh yeah, that was Grandad Charles, Grandad Douglas, that was Nana Coral, or, you know, Nanny Margaret. You know, their names might be forgotten one day, but their teachings will continue through the generations. That's what you need to do. Pass on what you've learned in life to people so that they don't need to make the mistakes to learn those, but then they'll learn more, and they'll pass on not only our knowledge but their own knowledge, what they've learned through the years. That's all we can do. That's the whole point of life. We teach people what we know so that they can better their lives. You know, the person that plants the tree doesn't benefit from its shade. They plant the tree for future generations to benefit from the shade. And that's what passing on our lessons is all about. We may have learnt from these too late, but so long as future generations learn from them, that's the tree granting the shade. That's your tree. You've planted that. And you'll plant it in their minds, and it will grow, and it will protect them. So yeah, I've run out of things to say, I think. I'll probably think of more at some point, but I'm sure I'll record another video for you. Chin up. Listen to some O&M, that usually helps. Get up, go do something. Don't know what time of year it is, obviously, but go plant something. Look at your plants, look at any animals you have, you know, and pick yourself up, push against the wind, alright? It's not about how hard we get knocked down, it's about getting back up. That was a quote from Rocky, I believe. I might have misquoted it. I'm sure I'll work it out at some point. But yeah, you're doing well. You're doing really well. You've done well, so well, to get this far. Don't ruin it now, please. We can do this. We can get through this. We can be more. Anyway, if you got all the way through the video, then I'm assuming you feel better. But be good, and I love you, buddy. We'll speak soon.